Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 21st, and today was a beautiful day outside. Reached high 50s, maybe even got in the 60s, I'm not sure exactly. It was kind of chilly this morning, but not too bad. Got up, got a few things done around the house here. Headed out to get some stuff done in the shop, got a couple things done there. Decided today would be a good day to go ahead and replace the front brakes on my car. I've been getting a little bit of noise and stuff in it. It's been an issue since I bought the thing. Just never had really got around to it, and thought, you know what, it's a nice enough day. I kept holding back the thought, thinking I was going to get it into somebody's shop that had a heated, shop, or even just a garage, maybe a lift, something like that, and realized that wasn't going to happen, so I kept putting it off. Finally had a nice day. Parked it right next, actually in the streets. I've got rock driveways, so I don't have any concrete, so I went ahead and jacked it up, knocked the wheel off real quick, saw the inner brake pad was shot, so I went ahead and instead of getting the van out, I thought, I might as well give it a try. I left the dog here and took my recumbent bike out for a ride today. Rode up to the parts store, picked up the parts I needed, headed back home, got the car all put back together. Everything's working great. No issues there at all, just little things that kind of happens when it goes. Brake shoes are so simple. Once you kind of get the caliper and stuff off and that, get the piston pushed back in, it's just a handful of things that if you've done one, you can do just about any of them, assuming there's not some weird thing. The only one I've ever really had massive amounts of trouble with was on a Toyota 4Runner I had years ago, and it was a 4-piston caliper like on a Corvette, but it was a 2-piece caliper also at the 4-piston. It was a really weird, strange ass design. Toyota, Land Cruiser, and all those guys stuff kind of worked hand in hand, and they always usually overbuild the shit out of their stuff because they sell a lot to the Saudi desert type areas and Australia and different places where if you break down, there's no parts store for a few hundred miles, maybe even thousands of miles, depending on where you're at. And they have to be able to withstand so much beating. So over-engineered everything they have. Works great when it's working, but then you have to replace it. Once I knew what I was doing and realized it was 2-piece caliper, worked out fine. But the Ford Taurus, they make it super simple. I mean, you can knock those things in and out of there. I'd say I had, I don't know, by the time I rode it, well, take the time to ride up to the parts store and back, so that's not really a fair assessment there. But I had probably an hour and a half wrapped up in all of it. It's like no big deal at all. So went ahead, also had turn signal out, so went ahead and replaced the ball bonnet. But in order to get to the stupid turn signal without taking the whole front bumper off, you got to take the headlight stuff out. It's kind of a pain in the butt there. But I got that stuff out of there, got that replaced. My van had been having little issues. Like I had a bulb in the back going out on it, and it was one of those things. I thought it was just a loose connection on the bulb itself, because when it quit working the turn signal and the tail light and the passenger side, I could walk back and smack the tail light assembly, and it didn't work for a while. And what I think what it was, the element in the bulb was burning, in the process of burning out, and it was kind of flickering and kind of landing there just right. Not knowing that at the time, I pulled it out, rebent the wires in the bracket, made the bracket a little tighter and stuff for the actual holder. Put it back together, it was all working fine. I didn't check it once I put it back together. I pulled out and went to move it, and it didn't work at all. So I was like, you gotta be shitting me. So I ended up making 3 trips to the parts store today. First one for the brake pads, forgot about changing the bulb then, and then made the trip back up for the bulb, and then made a trip back up for the bulb for the van. So definitely kind of interesting there. Ended up getting back home, got some stuff done, finished up what I needed to do, headed out to the gym, got my warm up on the bike, got my blood flowing a little bit there, went out for a 2-mile run because what training's calling for, so I took a 2-mile run, ended up over by the trails instead of the hiking trails and that, decided I was going to go for a hike. So I basically ran 2 miles to the head of the trails, and then I hiked around, I don't know, like 5 miles like that, 4 or 5 miles, somewhere in there, and then ended up walking back up to the gym and stuff. I was going to run it back at the gym once I got back on the road streets, but I realized it's good for the dog every once in a while, just kind of have to walk sometimes, not just always get a run, which he's usually, when we're on a leash, he's almost always running. So I thought, might as well work with the whole walk thing and kind of, do that. I got stopped and met a couple people on the way back. That's always good. He met a couple dogs, one German Shepherd that was just super aggressive and like had that I want to eat you type crap going on, and the woman's like, oh, he's always so friendly, and blah, or she's always so friendly, blah blah, must be because he's bigger than she is, kind of thing. Which is a damn German Shepherd's a pretty big dog. I mean, obviously Bruce is bigger, but not that big a deal. And then ironically, the people with like a little short Yorkie type sized dog, it was a mutt of some sort, met them later, and they were talking stuff, and their dog and Bruce got along great, absolutely wonderful and stuff. And then I mentioned there was a German Shepherd I met earlier, and the woman literally goes, "Oh my God, that dog was so mean." She goes, "I actually made me scared." And she said that dog tried to attack their little dog also, which I said, that's strange, because the woman said he was super nice towards all dogs except this, the first one being bigger. And the guy goes, "I have no idea, but that dog freaked me out and like literally was trying to eat our dog." And I was like, "Oh, that's really sad. This woman's lying to people." I mean, if you have a dog that's somewhat aggressive, just tell them I have an aggressive dog, or work on it, change it, fix it, whatever. But don't tell people you have this friendly dog that's now snarling at my dog, not had the guts to go forward, but tried to attack a little dog, obviously prior to that time, because like they saw each other before he saw Bruce. So I have no idea what the hell was going through her head there. But anyway, who knows with that whole concept. So I did also have a fun little experience. Went out grocery shopping, picked up a handful of things I needed, got to Fairway, and there was a guy kind of walking around the store. He was just that spastic guy on the phone, just always bitching about this and that. You kind of hear him as I was passing the aisles about how he has so much crap in his life, and one of those people who just feels like everybody's out to get him all the time. He got up there to pay for his food, and of course he's using an EBT card, so he's got food stamp card, whatever, not that big a deal. But it's just one of those things and stuff. He's covered in tats. He's got a smartphone, yada yada crap, pack of cigarettes and stuff, using food stamps. Drives me crazy there. But he has like tape and super glue and a whole bunch of random crap there that doesn't go with an EBT card. Doesn't make any damn sense. And then on top of that, like I'd say those like little chocolate milk go things stuff. Instead of buying like a half-gallon chocolate milk, put it in a cup, take it with you. No, he buys all these like little stupid milk things to go. There was like probably 40 like small little single serving like cookies and stuff and all this crap. I'm thinking, buy a Ziploc bag and freaking take this shit. You're gonna save some money, but it's obviously not his money. He don't give a shit. And of course tries to pay for it on. It was like, I don't know, around $100 or so. Turns out there's $5.50 on the card itself. So, and he's like, "Oh, what the hell?" And they're on the phone talking to whoever apparently owns the card, because he's talking to her on the phone, and he's like, "I don't have time for this shit. I'm here," and blah 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 blah, and all this crap. I'm thinking, even if there was money on that card, you still couldn't have bought the super glue and the tape and stuff, because that's not how food stamps works. And he's talking how he doesn't have a dollar on him. He has no money at all on him at all, and he needs this food. He needs such and such. He's gonna be hungry at night. Yada yada. I'm thinking, you bought a bunch of like snack shit, like cookies and chips that wouldn't have really, I don't know, just drives me nuts. I hate that situation. I hate the whole food stamp program, that they don't educate people on them. Teach them how to use some coupons with food stamps. Teach them how to buy in bulk. Teach them how to shop responsibly and stuff. We can cut down our food, program immensely. And I think it should be more like WIC. You're allowed to buy these certain items and stuff. Now, I'm not saying you can only buy, beans and rice. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you should never be able to buy 40 single packets of Oreo cookies and not buy at least the one big container of Oreo cookies. And it'd be like $3.95 instead of being, $40 almost or whatever. So definitely that kind of crap drives me nutty. So I went ahead and I got out of there before he got it solved. I have no idea what the hell he's going to do. Don't really give a damn either. So anyway, that's pretty much how my whole day went. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.